All right, happy Friday night, everybody. Yeah, I know it's dead of summer. We're here on a Friday night. That's the way the world has been lately. Don't know what day it is, don't know what day it's going on. Doesn't really matter. So we're here. And one of our cats is about to join the broadcast. Come on, come on, get on in here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Say hi to Finch. There you go, Finch. You're on. All right. So tonight we have got the most Texan thing you've done this week. Every Friday we do that. We have goodbye Southwest Airlines. We're gonna miss you. Yeah. You never flew on Southwest, did you, Finch? That's right. Yeah. Assigned seating coming to Southwest Airlines, and then 1 to 10 your level of Olympics interest. And after watching the opening ceremonies today in bits and pieces, God help us all. All right, you guys know what to do. Craig, he's the first one on Facebook. Indeed, the talking box is on. The talking box is on. Hi, yeah, you can get up here. Yeah, here. Look, see, everybody knows. Now, go on, go play. Go call Scout. Tell Scout you want to play. In three, in two. Good evening, West Texans, all you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt, TheRaiderland.com. Hopefully you started your day with us on the website, talking about the most Texan thing you have done this week. Every Friday, standing order, we ask you the most Texan thing you have done. So you can tell us that tonight, or you can post it on the website, TheRaiderland.com. We're in the Arctic Air studios. Hopefully your air is Arctic. If not, you need to call the bear. Hey, Finch, don't be sniffing on that. Don't want that to happen. You need to call the bear, callthebear.com. If you have HVAC experience, if you think you can be a new hand for them, they need help. And when I say they need help, they're looking for qualified, great people that want a great career in the heating and the air conditioning industry. Not just some slappy. Don't be, that guy. I mean, somebody who's really good, who wants to work for a great company that's been around for a generation and more now. You need to call the bear, callthebear.com. Golf USA, perhaps your golf game is suffering. I would submit that you need new grips. And then after that, you're probably playing with the wrong clubs. Now, we can fix that, shaft length, stiffness, and everything else. They can make it happen. You don't have to spend $1 million. But if you're going to go play golf, play good golf. If nothing else, go over there, 66 in Indiana. Tell Stacy Nix I said hi. Get a hat, get a shirt, look good playing. And then friends in Lifts West and Red River, New Mexico. They're saying hi to you. They're saying, hey, we got still time in the summer. We got room. We can get you in. I got a message from one of our viewers. Said they had missed out on getting into their traditional place that they stay. They called Lifts West. And Billy was like, yeah, we'll get you in, man. They're there this weekend. Hope they're having a great time. All the Western Wear brought to you by Boot City. And, of course, all the communications, just like Craig, the talking box is on, brought to you by United Supermarkets and Market Street. There are grocery stores around here that support and do great things for Texas Tech in West Texas. And then there are those that send the money down to Austin. Make your choice. Craig, the most Texan thing I've done is survive US 84 I-20 merger at Roscoe. That ain't easy anymore. It's never been easy. And now you got barrels, you got cones, you got weird stuff going on, crazy people coming in from El Paso, going to El Paso, merging. And I hate that. I hate that stretch. I hate driving down 20 now from Roscoe to Sweetwater to Abilene and through there. Would do anything not to do it. If I can get to the Metroplex, going 114 and taking that, absolutely every single time. So tonight we want the most Texan thing you've done this week. We also say goodbye tonight to Southwest Airlines. Many of you probably know Southwest Airlines announced this week the elimination of the cattle call, ABC boarding group. It's assigned seats from now on. Southwest Airlines, I bid you adieu, because now I have no reason to fly on you other than what we had going. And it was great. Going back to the 70s, it was awesome. I flew Southwest Airlines in the 90s upwards of 2 to 4 times a week at different times of the year. Thank you, Southwest Conference. I had booklets that you can't imagine. drinks for years, and we loved it. And Southwest Airlines is making a huge mistake, eliminating the open seating. You've lost the last thing that separated you from Delta or American Airlines, and now you're just going to be another airline. And we tried to help you out, man. We eliminated the Wright Amendment back in the day. We opened up Love Field, got you into different places around the country. And this is how you repay us some 20 years later, 15, 20 years later. I'm of the old school of POS. You could get a bunch of POS, positively outrageous service, 20 something years ago. Ask for it by name. But here we are today in 2024 as the fall football campaign begins to get underway, and we see that Southwest Airlines has just become another airline. We bid you adieu. Your Olympic interest level, 1 to 10, what is it? You tell us. By the way, you can get in right now. We got a lot of people on Twitter. We got a lot of people on Facebook. We got a lot of people on YouTube. It's real easy thanks to United Supermarkets and Market Street. Just jump in, get your comments posted, questions and otherwise. I put on Twitter that we were going to do something about the Ultimate Red Raider. I was wrong. I'm going to do that early next week. All right. It's a great topic. I'm like, why the hell am I going to waste that on a Friday? Now we're going to talk about the Olympics, where they have apparently mocked the Last Supper, which I was watching the opening ceremonies today, and they were just like, here's how the planning committee went. All right, get a bunch of homeless people, street people, and people who can't make it at Cirque du Soleil in Las Vegas. Get those people on the phone. Then I want you to give them a bunch of LSD, angel dust, and whatever else you can give them, maybe some fentanyl. See who lives through it. And when they wake up in the morning, tell them that's what we want you to do for the opening ceremonies. My interest level is about 4. Craig goes 3. Chris is jumping in. I think I paid less than $75 round trip to Love Field when I was in college. I don't know for sure when you were in college, but yeah, you get a hell of a deal. So I'm seeing the opening ceremonies today, and I don't know what was better, that the sound was off or the captioning was on where I was, and it was like singing in French. And then there's a mime who is apparently miming being a mime. But if what we're seeing tonight, and I didn't see it, I've seen multiple reports, but if there really was a mocking of the Last Supper in the ceremony, I can believe it based on what I saw today, because it was freaks on parade. And I know it's France. But if there was a mocking of the Last Supper, we got to be done with it. And American corporations, well, no, they're not going to do it. But you just say no. We're not going to play this game anymore. And my interest level these days in the Olympics, 4 out of 1 to 10. And nothing against the athletes, but it's no longer compelling to me. And if they would maybe create a different competition, I can watch the track athletes in the world championships every year and everything else that's not politicized. I don't have to watch this crap. We don't have to watch this crap anymore. We can watch these athletes at their own championships and don't have to watch this graft and corruption. And that's all it is. If you think FIFA is corrupt, let me introduce you to the IOC. Let me introduce you to that. So it's really taken away almost all of my enjoyment at any level for it. But if what I've seen on social media actually transpired and there was a mocking of the Last Supper, yeah, I don't care whether you went to Tech, Southlands College, or anything else, I'm probably not going to pay attention to you. I got NFL training camp. I've got Texas Tech football. I've got Texas Tech softball, paying $1 million to get a pitcher in. Tell me again, Tech's 4. I got Tech soccer starting. I don't have to watch this crap. You don't have to either. Unbelievable. If Jim McKay ain't hosting it in a yellow blazer for ABC, Wide World of Sports, I'm probably not going to watch it. All right, your thoughts, the most Texan thing you've done. I'm not going to hang out tonight for too long. If you guys want to jump in and have a conversation, that's great. I understand. It is July 26th, the deadest, probably the deadest sports day of the year, with it being a Friday in July and everything else. I get it. And I totally understand. And I felt like I had to get on tonight, if nothing else, about the Olympic stuff. And then the whole Southwest Airlines thing is just kind of whatever. What are you thinking? You had one thing to do. You had one job, Southwest Airlines. Be great doing it. Mom's great. She's home. She's hell on wheels. We're trying to slow her down. The Rangers have won 6 straight, CJ. The Rangers are indeed on a roll. Makes me nervous. The other thing about the Rangers, Josh Young starting a rehab assignment with Frisco, I believe tonight. Not sure how long that's going to go. I don't care if Josh Young plays a game in the bigs this year or not. In fact, I would like to see him maybe do a rehab stint down there, and but the Rangers are on a roll. No, it's not going to happen. Don't delude yourself. Not going to happen. Michael is on Facebook, and that's not a drug. That's social media. They had LeBron James carry the U.S. flag. Yeah, I mean, well, really, he didn't. He just stood on a boat with a flag. So I guess he carried the flag. Guess he loves America today. Yeah, whatever. I mean, they've cheapened it so much. What was the other thing about that? Having them float the delegations down the Seine River, and you're just like, really, you train all this. And one of the great things about the Olympics is entering the stadium, leading your delegation, holding the flag in front of cheering throngs. And there couldn't have been more than like 200 people out there for the quote opening ceremonies as your Viking cruise ship, or maybe this Carnival, I'm not sure, rolled by. And these people are getting cheated out of that. Now, I thought it was really weird and uncomfortable when the German delegation came by in a submarine. That was odd. But hey, it's Germans in France, so it's going to be weird, right? Jay, you get cheated out of the whole being a flag bearer and leading your delegation in. Yeah, I don't care. It's a shame you had to sit there on a boat and float down a diseased river and go from there. Yes, the Rangers are on a roll, and yes, Josh Young. I don't care if he plays this year or not. By that I mean I don't want him to rush, be up there, whatever, play next year. This year it ain't going to happen. But they're only a couple of games out. No, they're not going to be a couple of games out when it's all said and done. You know that. I know that. The American people know it. Most Texan thing you have done this week. So on my dirt road headed out to the highway earlier this week, I'm motoring along and I'm like, oh, I need to slow down here. There's something in the road. And the reason I stopped, not because I thought it was a reptile, I thought it was like, somebody, had a chain or something that had fallen off a tractor or something. It just didn't look right, even a strap or something. I was like, I don't want to run over there. Oh, it's a snake. All right. Snake. Well, it's not a small snake, not a big snake. So I'd stopped enough. I'm like, all right, what are we looking at here? Because I am brave. So I get out of the truck like a dumbass, and I'm looking at the snake going, okay, this is a good snake. But I don't want to run over it, So I'm like, okay, what do we do? How do we encourage said snake to get to the ditch? So I'm like, I find a stick. Seems like a good idea at the time. I find a stick. I'm like, yeah, come on, you can go. And the snake is being all snaky and whatnot. This is going on now 3 or 4 minutes. And I'm like, I look like an idiot. We're stopped here. I got to go. And finally, the snake is like, oh, okay. Slithers off because that's what they do into the ditch. But I was like, didn't kill a good snake. Identified it. Didn't have a triangular head. It was all good. It was a bull snake. Now, my younger self would have just absolutely ran over that son of a, like you can't imagine. But in my old age, I'm getting nicer. I am. Michael, Seattle got better today. I say let Josh keep playing for Frisco. Let Seattle take the West. I don't think Seattle will get there, actually. But I think it'll still be Houston when it's all said and done. But sure. Ran over a stupid squirrel, most Texas thing. Well, if it was a dumb squirrel, you made the squirrel population smarter by killing the dumb squirrel. Texas Rope is out there on YouTube. Want to watch the Olympics, not the alphabet cross-dress team? Well, good luck doing that because I don't think they show the Olympics anymore. Apparently, that's not what it's about. How many of you guys are old enough before we get out of here tonight? And I know we got a huge audience right now. We got a great the replay people are awesome. Everybody who's on here right now, even if you don't have a comment to make, just say, hey, thanks. We appreciate the replay people. Text that in, type that in, chat that in. Thanks to United Supermarkets at Market Street. The replay people are great. We can only do this one time a day, and it never fits everybody's schedule. However, I wonder how many people right now are old enough to remember the 1984 Olympics in Los Angeles that summer when McDonald's was doing a promotion that for every medal, gold, silver, and bronze, you would win free crap. And you would go to McDonald's and you get these coupon deals and you could get them everywhere, it seemed like. And we cleaned up. Of course, the Russians boycotted Russia. The Russians boycotted, and we're cleaning up. I mean, we're killing it in swimming in the first part of the week. We're just owning everything. And the closest McDonald's to me in Lubbock in 1984 was a couple of miles away. So it wasn't like I could ride my bike down the street and go. And I had to tell my mom, I said, we got to go. And every day we're like, what do you want? I got a quarter pounder. I got a Big Mac here. I got a shake. What do we do in the 400 meter free? Oh, we got a bronze. Oh yeah, that's fries. And for like 2 weeks. 2 weeks, we're going every day. My mom is worn out by the end of it. We're going every day. I'm getting free stuff. I'm like, hey, I'm feeding the family. I'm making money here. It's a great thing. See, I remember, but didn't use it. Not a McDonald's fan. No, I used the hell out of it. It was great. Robert, the most Texan thing that I've done is listening to Raiderland. That's exceptionally Texan, and we encourage that. We encourage that completely. But I was just wondering how many people remember that. And I posted on Twitter today at Ryan Hyatt Media, if you're not following me. The one thing I wanted in '84 was the Levi's official Olympic team warm-up suit. It wasn't quite velour, but it was close, and it was great. And if you don't remember it, I posted it on Twitter at Ryan Hyatt Media, and it was so cool. And I'm sitting there looking at that, and that's what, I think they walked into the Coliseum wearing. And it was made by freaking Levi's. Today, who is it? Who made her stuff? Like Ralph Lauren or whatever? No offense, I've worn a lot of Ralph Lauren over the years. Well, not a long time. Back in the day, I was a fashion dandy, as you can imagine. Lord, look at this hair right here. I was sitting there thinking, that was beautiful on the warm-ups back then. Can't believe you didn't use it. Not a McDonald's fan. Are you an American, CJ? Are you not an American? If McDonald's is supporting America, you need to do it. The '84 Olympics were the first really crassly commercialized Olympics. Does anybody remember who was the director like the guy in charge of the U.S. Olympics in 1984 in Los Angeles. He went on to do a couple of other things, but I'm curious if anybody here can remember his name. Baseball fans might remember his name. You can do it. Come on now. Yeah, well, I'll jump in here. Peter Ueberroth became the director of the 1984 Olympics in 1982, I think, when he started it. And he said, this is going to be the first Olympics that actually makes money. And it did. The 76 Olympics in Montreal basically bankrupted both Montreal and Canada. They lost a crap ton. Of course, the Eddie Olympics were in Moscow. We boycotted that because of the um, uh, Russian invasion of Afghanistan, a hostage situation, everything else. And Jimmy Carter said, we ain't going. Now, the Russians had boycotted, not the Russians, but several countries had boycotted. Russians boycotted 76 in Montreal, but it was a financial disaster. And Peter Ueberroth said, we're not going to lose money. And they didn't. And that's where all the commercial sponsors began with the 84 Olympics. I can remember being on vacation that summer, and everything you look, Coca-Cola had the Olympic stuff on. You got a Snickers bar. I'm supporting America. I'm eating a Snickers bar with the Olympic rings on it. You know, all that stuff had never happened before. And now it seems so quaint. Now it seems so simple. It's like, oh, well, yeah, you want to promote and give some money, we can do that. The one thing that I did not realize until earlier this week, Winston Cigarettes was the official cigarette of the 1984 Olympics. That's right. If you were going to have a smoke at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum in 1984, make it a Winston. Good on you. All right, we're going to get out of here. And we would normally wait a few minutes for David Collier, but he's on the road. He is out of town, so there's really no reason to remain. I will say this, though. If, in fact, they mocked the Last Supper in the opening ceremony, as I've seen online, I've not seen it. If it gets confirmed, it will be tonight will be the last time I mention the Paris Olympics. No Texas Tech people, no South Plains people, nothing. That if in fact that occurred with transvestites and drag queens, if that occurred, I will not mention these Olympics again on this broadcast. You can watch them, you can do whatever you want to, but I ain't going to be talking about it. That's the way it's going to be. We've enjoyed our time together tonight. It's been a crazy last couple of weeks. Thank you earlier for asking about Mom. She's doing good. My mom broke her hip. She's home. We're trying to slow her down, actually, I think, right now, and everything else. So I thank all of our great sponsors. You know, I thank everybody who makes this happen. Come Sunday, 5 things we know on a Sunday. It'll blow your mind. It'll be awesome. You will enjoy every minute of that column. And then come Monday, we're going to hit the ground running because you know what? It's dang near football time. Ain't Olympic time. It's football time, and we're going to get it going. Now I got to hit a button here, and this is awkward here. Oh, yes. In stream? Yes. Yes, we will.